to my channel. This is your girl Siobhan. Thank you for tuning in to Bohemian Soul. Much love as always. To anybody that's new, welcome. I'm glad that you're here. I would appreciate it if you go ahead and subscribe to your girl and also hit that notification bell so that way whenever I make new videos, you'll be updated. I also have a podcast. It's also called Bohemian Soul, and you can pretty much find that on any podcast platform, so you can definitely go ahead and check that out and yeah, just listen to what I gotta say. Okay, so I'm back to my my original setting because I was over at another part of my room where I was like using like the natural light that was coming from my window, and unfortunately now that it's starting to get dark early, that's just no longer gonna work out. But that's okay. I like to, do my thing and work around what I have. So I'm definitely gonna try to get like a ring light and different things, but I feel like the lighting over here is pretty good. So I'm just gonna rock with this for now. Yeah, so how's everyone doing? I hope you guys are all doing well. It's we're still here. We're still here in quarantine or whatever at this point, I don't know. But I'm nonetheless happy to be healthy, happy to be alive, happy to just still be around all my friends and family and, trying to keep positive. Which reminds me, so I just got a deck of cards, right? It's called Healing Not Broken. And I freaking love this cards. I got this off of Etsy, right? Because I'm like a Etsy fanatic. They always have like some of like the dopest things that you could find. And the thing about these cards that I really like are they're basically like just like words of affirmation and like, positive messages and, quotes and, different spiritual things. And it's pretty much just meant to like, uplift and, help you to like raise your vibration and like, just keep you strong and positive. Like, I feel like at this time, we definitely need a lot of that right now because, it's kind of crazy. So what I really want to do is basically at the end of my videos from now on, I want to do like a pick a card. So what I plan on doing is I'm going to select like about 3 cards and I'll lay them face down and I'll put 3 stones on top of them. And basically I'll just suggest for you all to pick a card with the stone on it and I'll flip them all over and read the messages. And hopefully whatever message it is that you select is something that resonates with you, something that you can take with you. If not, it's all good. Maybe pass it along to someone else that might need to hear it. If you want to choose more than one card, you can also do that as well. I don't see an issue in that. But yeah, I think this will be fun. I think it'll be like so dope and like just definitely something uplifting. I'm always looking for a way to keep my energy up and like people that I care about. I want to keep your energy up as well. So I'll be doing this at the end of the video. So just stick through and I'll definitely do a reading for you guys. Yeah. So basically what I wanted to talk about in my segment for today, I wanted to talk about basically like teamwork and working together. Because I feel that, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like definitely in my generation that, people don't really like working together, especially when it comes to like business. And, I realized that, it's cool to do things on your own because to me, it makes you feel good because, you put in all the work, you worked hard. And, once all is said and done, you have like your work and your visuals and everything that you came up with, like just kind of like your dreams coming true like before your eyes, and I think that's great. But I just feel that like it's so much more beneficial to do things with people. You don't have to do everything with people, but definitely like when it comes to like business, when it comes to money, when it comes to buying things, when it comes to investing in things, like if we could work together, like it would just make things so much more easier. I had a conversation with one of my homeboys. Shout out to Malcolm if you're listening. And it's funny because, sometimes we'll be on the phone and we'll like bounce ideas back and forth between each other, right? And I'd be like, yo, so I was thinking about doing this, I'm thinking about doing that, I'm thinking about doing that. I'm listing off like at least like 10 things that I think sound great, gonna be amazing. He's listing off mad stuff too. And in conclusion, I was like, yo, it's easy for me to like kind of come up with things, you know, but like it's hard for me to kind of like do the follow through. And he was like, yo, you just like me. Like, you got some people in this world that just, you know, they're good with coming up with ideas, but that's kind of as far as it goes, you know? And in a sense, it can be like hindering, but it also can be good, because this is why I say having a team is important. Because like, for instance, you got some people that are like visionaries, like they're really good at like visualizing everything from beginning to end. Like they can see like how they want their business to look, or how they expect certain projects to come out. You know, you got people that they're the initiators, you know, like they're good at starting things. They're good at coming up with ideas. They're good at like just kind of like pumping everybody up with like what they envision, right? But sometimes, you know, that little thing called perfection kind of comes in, and maybe that's what stalls them, or maybe they're just like not sure exactly how to kind of like see these things through. And then you have some people that are good at seeing things through, like they're good at like keeping things streamlined and kind of like saying, oh, this will work or that'll work, or you know, whatever the case is, which will be good for somebody who's a visionary. You know, like you need somebody that's going to be able to like kind of carry that through. And if you're the person that can carry things through, but you can't like really like visualize things in great detail, then damn, like, yo, it would be nice to have somebody that has brilliant ideas, especially if those ideas fall in line with who you are, you know? And then, so I was having another conversation with another good friend, and shout out to Betty. And so she was basically saying that with her, she may not necessarily like be like a visionary or even the kind of person to follow through, but what she does is like analyzes everything and will come up with at least 28,000 different questions on not necessarily like how things can go wrong, but things that might hinder your progress, you know, along the way. Now, I think that a lot of people may not be into that, or they may not like that, but in a sense, it's really good. Because when it comes to me, like, I'm not necessarily like a visionary. Like I'm kind of like I guess I am, you know, like I have a bunch of ideas. Like there's so many things that like I want to happen, or I want to see through, right? But I don't always have the resources. I don't always know how to like get to the resources. I just know that I want what I want, you know, like, yo, I'm willing to like take a gamble. I'm willing to just jump all the way in there. Like, yo, let's do this, yo. Like I'm that person. I'm willing to do that. But I kind of like have like almost like a tunnel vision, and I don't always like really see the traps that I might fall into. And I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely gotten caught up in a bunch of pyramid schemes. I've definitely had people hit me up on something like, yeah, if you do this, at the third, cause I have so much like passion, you know. I'm like, oh, that makes money? Like, and I'm also not like the type of person to limit myself. I don't want to be limited. Like, I'm like, okay, like I'm into this, but hey, maybe this might work out along with, or maybe this could make me money that I can use towards what I really want to do. I'm like very open-minded when it comes down to what, I want to get into, you know. I don't knock a lot of things. I don't, unless we talk about going to jail. Like, then I'm like, nah. Although, like, I low key like my you know how everybody thinks about that one crime that they would do. Like, I would definitely be on some Ocean 11 shit and try to rob a bank. I probably shouldn't have said that on video, but like that would be so dope to just do. Anyway, we're not even going there. But so with her, she's pretty good at being like, hey, like, you know, that sounds good, but what about this? Or what about that? You know, and that might turn a lot. I had a conversation where I was like, yo, that might turn a lot of people off, because it might seem as if you're trying to like throw a monkey wrench in their dreams. It might seem like you're trying to like just stop their dreams, you know? And the truth is, sometimes you do need people like that are very realistic, you know? The only downside maybe for her own self would be that all these what ifs would stop her from doing what she needs to do. So when people that are like, the like analyzers, you probably need people that are more like just gun-ho. Like there needs to, like me and her probably could work it out, you know. It's just like, listen, sis, I think that makes sense. Okay, like we definitely need to worry about this, but all these other things we don't need to worry about that. Even if we mess up, it's okay. Like we mess up, you know, and then we start again and we learn from you know, from our mistakes, and you know, and how we're gonna like go on from there, whatever. Like it's the same thing with relationships. Like we sometimes, you know, we jump into them and there's all these signs and these red flags, and granted, like heartache is no joke, but you come back and you learn, and now you know what you want to deal with and what you can't deal with. Like I think that that's like, you know, I personally believe that life is like your greatest teacher, you know. I definitely have been a person that kind of stayed on the sidewalk and like watched everybody else let life teach them, but I've had my moments where I've had to experience it myself to understand what is going on, or what, you know, makes sense to me, what doesn't make sense to me, what I should do and what I shouldn't do. And so it's okay to fall down. Like I realized that I'm not necessarily afraid of, I guess I am a little afraid of failure. I kind of am afraid of like messing up, but it depends on what it is. Like when I feel like 100% about something, you know, like, and there's no fear behind it, I'm all in. Now, when there's like some fear behind it, which happens sometimes, then I'm kind of like hesitant, you know. But that's why it's good to have different people around you that, you know, represent these different qualities that I'm talking about, because I really feel like that would strengthen like everyone and would push us all kind of forward. You know, I always say that I admire like my mom's generation, you know, baby boomers, because one thing about them, especially in the Black community, specifically like Caribbean and African cultures, they stick together. There is no like, oh, you know, they stick together. They do so many different things, like especially when it comes to money. Like I joined a partner with my family, which is also known as like a susu, or you know, there's many other different names and variations depending on the culture and whatever. And yo, thank God I joined that, because you know, especially with Corona and losing my job and you know, all these other things happening, like all of that togetherness helped to keep me afloat, and I'm super 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 grateful for that, you know. And with those things, there's no like law involved. There's no like, oh, if anything goes wrong, you can't be like, oh, I'm gonna sue this person or whatever. Like it's done, that's it. But it really goes wrong because they just have this natural understanding that, yo, we need to do this together. You want to make money, you want to be able to feed your family, you want to be able to take that trip that you wanted to take, you want to be able to take that class you wanted to take, you wanted to put a down payment on that car, you want to put some money down for a house, you wanted to buy new furniture, then we need to stick together. It's just a natural understanding, and I wish that my generation accepted that, because I really truly feel like, yo, one thing with my generation, like the lack of trust. Like I'm so turned off by the lack of trust. It's just like, damn, like what, I don't know, like what can we do to like get past that? Because I really feel if we could do things together in numbers, we could make so much happen, bro. There's money out there for everybody. Like there's no need to hog, there's no need to hide information. I'm the type of person, like when I have information about something, I'm gonna give it to you. Like I'm gonna give it to you, like, you know, like it is, like a tea. Like I'm gonna give it to you, because what do I need to hold on to this information for? Like I'm not I'm not in competition with the next person. I'm out to get what I want. You want to get what you want? Come on, let's do it together. Like I said, there's money out there for everybody, you know? And I really hope and pray that like either we adopt this mindset, or at least the generations after that, and they can kind of follow suit and just, you know, do better, you know? Because I mean, it's rough. It's rough because we just kind of like don't see the full picture. We don't see the plot. We don't see it all. But I'm just trying to like make everyone aware that, you know, some of us serve different purposes. And if we all collectively put our unique talents together, we could really make some shit happen, yo. And I think it would be a beautiful thing. Either ways, I'm gonna still keep pushing along and doing what I do, but you know, I definitely would love to see more togetherness and more trust, so we can collectively do more than what we're doing now. Yeah, that was my tidbit for today. Y'all hit me up, let me know what you think. Follow my page on Instagram, Bohemian Soul. I think actually Bohemian Soul 88. I know there's a lot of confusion because some things say Bohemian Soul, some things say Bohemian Soul 88, but that's because that name has apparently been taken, so I can't fully take credit for that. But yeah, my Instagram page is Bohemian Soul 88. So follow me, hit me up, ask me questions. I make videos based on questions that people ask me, or just thoughts that I come up with, or conversations that I have with friends and family and stuff. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed my segment for today, and stay tuned because I'm gonna do the, what was that? What I came up with? I came up with crystal card inspiration. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna call it. The crystal card. See, okay, it don't make no sense for me to even say anything if I don't even know how to say it. But crystal card inspiration, and stay tuned. And I got you guys. And thank you. All right, everyone, and as promised, this is my crystal card inspiration. These are the 3 cards that I selected. So card number 1 is with a strawberry obsidian stone. Card number 2 is a dream quartz. And card number 3 is called, the stone is called spider obsidian. So take a few deep breaths and pick whatever stone calls to you, and I'm going to turn them over now and read. All right, so I'll do this first one. Cool. So this first card says, do not confuse my bad days as a sign of weakness. Those are actually my days I am fighting my hardest. All right. Card number 2. God is saying to you tonight, get some rest. That stressful situation is in my hands now. And card number 3. Today, focus on what makes you happy. I refuse to sink. Cool. I think these sounds pretty good. I hope that these resonated with you all. If not, like I said, pass the message on to someone that might need to hear it. And until next time, thank you again for tuning in.